Pantherologist, I'm not okay, and I know you're not either. So we're going to skip the intro. We're going to go straight into this video right now. And so over the next week or so, I think the Panthers will have to make some difficult decisions. All right. And following a 3-0 start, the Panthers made a couple of deals to bolster up that cornerback room. Like we really needed to do that in the first place. Bringing in C.J. Henderson and Stephon Gilmore because one J.C. Horn got injured. We didn't need that. We needed an offensive line. And at the time, it was expected that the Panthers would make the playoffs and maybe even fight for the NFC South division title. But as you can see, I'm not happy, and I know you're not, especially after 1 month. The Panthers have lost 4 straight games, dropping to the bottom of the division. Quarterback Sam Darnold has looked like the same old Sam Darnold from the New York Jets, seeing ghosts and doing whatever else he's doing, which doesn't boast well with me, and probably not for any other Carolina Panthers fans, and especially for our postseason hopes. He has turned the ball over 8 times in the 4 losses, and he has completed only 33 of his 66 passes for 318 yards, 1 touchdown, and 2 interceptions in the previous 2 games. As the weeks pass, it's become increasingly difficult to argue that Sam Darnold can still be the team's long-term quarterback solution. With the club in such disarray that, and the trade deadline approaching, which is on November 2nd, if you didn't know, the Panthers might make a move, as there's been talks since the beginning of the season, before even getting Sam Darnold, going after Houston Texans quarterback Deshaun Watson. Now, reports have said that last week that a trade between the Texans and the Dolphins might be completed by the end of the week. Obviously, the deal has not yet taken place, as we know, which means that a team like the Panthers might step in and outbid Miami for Watson. Now, there are a few reasons why the Panthers would want to stay out of the Watson sweepstakes. For one, no one appears to know if Watson would be eligible to participate. He's been a healthy scratch for Houston all season, but if he's dealt, might the NFL step in and put him on the exempt list? Nobody knows what would happen. So you're taking a risk, and it's definitely an odd circumstance. Second, the off-field issues must be resolved, I think, first. If the 22 allegations leveled against him are proven to be correct, you're back to square one with the little draft money that you have. However, I doubt any club will trade for Watson without first conducting some extensive research on this subject. But finally, the Panthers aren't going to be able to force it. That is, if this club isn't ready to win right now, making a blockbuster trade for a quarterback won't cure all of the team's problems. This is a very young squad. It will take some time for this group to mature, learn how to win. It's all right to be patient at times, and that's what the Panthers must consider rather than being aggressive and wanting to win it all now. If Fitterer goes for Watson, he'll have to pay a high price. It is expected that at least 3 first-round picks plus a player or 2 will be required. So Carolina has sent a 2nd and 4th round selection to the Jets in return for Sam Darnold. And they sent a 3rd round pick to Jacksonville in exchange for cornerback C.J. Henderson. So if they give up 3 selections for Watson, it means it took at least 6 picks and then some to get Watson. Now, Carolina presently possesses a 1st, a 4th, which is through Houston, a 5th through Jacksonville, another 5th and a 6th through Las Vegas, and a 7th through Tennessee, which was through Miami. So if the Panthers lose their first round selection in 2022, they won't be able to pick until the 4th round unless they trade up. That's not a lot of draft money to keep building this club. Getting the quarterback position right is a significant step forward, but taking shortcuts might put this team in jeopardy. I understand it's an entirely different circumstance, but consider the Kansas City Chiefs, for example. They have the most skilled quarterback in the NFL, but they are 3-4 because of the lack of a defense and offensive line to protect him. Depth is a concern for half of the teams in the NFL, but the other half is battling for that postseason place. So if Carolina wants to be there, they'll need draft selections. Scott Fitterer will have to make a difficult decision because, as we all know, he said he will be on every deal. Guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm glad to be back. Sorry I took some time off, but I was coming back. I don't know if things are going to be okay. I can't tell you they are, but as always, before I leave you, keep pounding.